Welcome back, eh? This is the Canadian Silver Seeker, and I hope you guys are having another great day like I am. So, in front of us, I have my entire unique Silver Buffalo collection. I added a new one this week, and that brings me up to 19 unique Silver Buffalo. I actually don't even have a duplicate Silver Buffalo because I've sold them all. But all of my Silver Buffalo have the criteria that they have a buffalo on one side and then they have to have the Indian on the other side in one form or another. So there's one unique one. Here's a Lakota one, I believe that one is 2009. And this is one of my favorites. I picked that one up a while ago, the R-Star. Pretty sure Silver and Cigars has got pretty much all of these, other than, I know he doesn't have this one, but he will want that one because this one's actually not an ounce of silver. It's 0.6 of an ounce of silver, and it's a gaming token. The outer rim isn't silver, just the inner portion is. I kind of like it because 0.6 of an ounce of silver is a silver dollar for a Canadian silver dollar. And yeah, I just like Canadian silver dollars. Got a bunch of us in front of us. The series that I've been kind of collecting lately is this one. I really like this Sui series. And why is because not only is it a silver buffalo with an Indian on one side and a buffalo on the other, but it's also a silver dollar. Now, I'm pretty sure that's not a real dollar. It would be a fake. It's still considered a round, but I don't know. I like it. I'm going to consider it a silver dollar for my silver dollar collection. I do keep my Canadian silver dollar collection separate from these ones, so I won't count them in there. I have 236 unique Canadian silver dollars right now, or when they get here, there's some on the way. So, yeah. But what I got here actually, not this one. This one was my second latest one. I showed a video not too long ago on. Got it from bullionmart.ca. Decent price. Looks like there might be a little milk spot on that. I really don't care. They're worth literally, unfortunately, just their value in silver. And like my LCS, he wouldn't even buy these if I tried to sell them. He does not buy buffaloes. He doesn't buy pandas. He is very particular in what he buys, but I'm sure I could get rid of them at another place. This is the one that I bought most recently here. I broke my rules and I ordered this one from eBay from a United States seller because I couldn't find it anywhere else. I've been looking for over a year for this guy online, and I just could not find it in Canada. So many silver buffaloes I just cannot find in Canada, and they're always available in the United States. So I broke my rule actually for this one because this one is my favorite Suisse one. There's also a 1971, I believe it is. It's actually not a full ounce of silver, so I might get that one eventually. I don't mind that one too, but this one is definitely my favorite of the 2015. So $1, as you can see there, denomination on it. And yeah, I really like the configuration of the buffalo and the Indian on this guy. But I paid way too much for this, being it's a silver buffalo. It's worth $71. Well, I paid almost double that. I paid 31 or 136, I can't remember, altogether when it came into shipping. And then I got hit by duties fees. But I really wanted it, and sometimes I just buy what I want, and I really don't care that I wasted a little bit of money. I could have wasted money on shoes, or hockey cards, or Pokemon cards, or computer parts, or God, you name it, whatever. A guy could have wasted money on it, so I decided to waste my money on a little bit of silver. I know a lot of you are going to say in the comments, oh, what a waste of money. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Silver's got to come up a heck of a lot for me to get my money back on this piece. unless I was to sell it, you know, individually. And then even then, I might wait around for a year or two for the right buyer to come along to buy this back. And sometimes the guy just doesn't have that time to wait. So, but like I say, I liked adding it to my set. I almost got a full stable, or a full 20 tube of unique silver buffaloes. Most of these ones are, well, there's another Swiss one right on top there, but most of these are just kind of the generic buffalo with different mint marks on them, like there's Golden State Mint and so on and so forth. They're the same basic design with different mint marks. So those ones I care less about. I like the unique ones where they got a different face on them than the regular old Liberty one. But I do, if I find them cheap as well, then I pick them up. I did buy a couple more online, broke my rule a couple more times. There's a couple more that I really wanted. Actually, one specifically that's coming. The other one was like, yeah, I found it at a half decent price. It really won't be when it comes across and I get it by the duties as well, but I won't know their exact prices, but I'll share it with you once I get them in and add them to my corral. I like to put my corral of silver buffaloes into my Royal Bank of Canada vintage canvas bag. That's where they go for me. And speaking of the Royal Bank of Canada, I noticed recently here that the Royal Bank of Canada is actually back in the physical precious metals selling, I don't know, division, I guess you could say. Yeah, you can now you can go to local branches and buy directly gold maples and silver maples. And then there's a few other denominations. If you look at their website, I'll put a link to their website. Yeah, you can get 1 ounce bars, you can get kilo bars, you can get 1 ounce maples, half ounce, quarter ounce, 1/10 ounce, and even 1/20th ounce maples from the Royal Bank of Canada now. You can physically go and I guess pick it up. You probably have to have, I'm assuming, an account with them. You can read the website if you like here. They also sell 1 ounce maple leaf coins and 100 ounce Royal Canadian Mint bars. So I thought that was kind of interesting. It would be really cool if they got back into it and made some silver and gold products like their old vintage stuff that I have. That would be very, very cool. I would definitely pick some up and even consider making an account there if they did that. But I'll watch their site. I think they're just kind of getting into it. You can also buy certificates there, and the minimum certificates are 5 ounces of gold or 100 ounces of silver. So there's no messing around if you want to buy silver certificates. I guess you gotta buy in the bigger quantities. But that's just kind of an off subject thing. I wanted to mention it because I noticed it. Yeah, it's been a while since the Royal Canadian Bank has been in the physical precious metal division anyways. They stopped quite a while ago, but it looks like you can literally go and purchase it there and pick it up from their sites. They probably don't have any local, I'm assuming. You probably have to like pre-order and wait for it to come in. So, but who knows? Just something. If you guys want to check it out, feel free to check out the Royal Canadian Bank. And if you've bought silver and gold from them before, hey, let me know in the comments below. I would love to see. I'd love to hear from you, your experience from them. I only have vintage silver and gold from the Royal Canadian Bank. I do have experience buying from Scotiabank, from CIBC directly. Scotiabank doesn't sell anymore. They went out. That's considered kind of vintage silver and gold too. But I do have some silver from purchasing back in the day from them. CIBC and TD BMO technically doesn't really sell silver and gold in Canada here, but I do have a collection of both silver and gold. The silver technically isn't from BMO, but it's BMO related, and the gold itself is technically from the BMO in the States, I believe, but I consider it BMO from Canada just because it's a BMO. BMO is a Canadian bank. It's, it's not just Canadian, it's international as well, obviously. But yeah, I just like to have that small collection that I do have of silver and gold from the 5 different Canadian banks. And yeah, I thought it was cool that Royal Canadian Bank is getting back in the business. Congrats, guys. It was bound to happen. A lot of different financial advisors are telling people to put silver and gold back into their portfolios because they took it out a while ago, just like our current prime minister. From what I understand, now don't quote me on this, I could be wrong, I'm just taking someone's word off of social media, but our current prime minister here in Canada apparently was one of the people that helped advise Canada to sell all of their gold years ago. That was a pretty bad decision. Like, I thought he was super educated and super smart. But hey, I don't know nothing. I'm just a goof that likes shiny. So don't listen to me. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Remember, it doesn't cost you a single piece of silver or gold to like and subscribe. You guys mean the world to me. Happy stacking, eh?